I wonder what the people who are most susceptible to government propaganda and manipulation are up to now.
Eat the rich! Eat the rich! Luigi! Free Luigi!
Oh, the people of New York City never disappoint, as the majority of them are cheering on the Luigi Mangione effect and what I would describe as the latest PSYOP in this information culture war that definitely is going to be getting a revision from the Central Intelligence Agency. As this story absolutely has MKUltra vibes here, as there's absolutely a lot of suspicious behavior here that I think is absolutely worth pointing out, specifically when it comes to the larger story that is not going away and will be with us for the foreseeable future, as everything's kind of perfectly lining up here to make a perfect kind of detour against Donald Trump's agenda, his economic plan, and a lot of the policies that, of course, he plans to implement that, of course, would help and prioritize American businesses. As what better way to subvert that than to have your own kind of lionized Robin Hood-like figure that now is a larger representative of the larger class struggles out there in our society that, of course, there are some legitimate issues about that we should talk about, but to leverage it all on one person that uses violence to take out people he disagrees with is a step in the wrong direction. As a lot of people online, including myself, from the very beginning of this story, were telling people, hey, there's something strange going on here. There's something weird. This is not a normal case of revenge. As in my opinion, there's still some legitimate questions about his eyebrows, facial features that were a little different than what the authorities first portrayed them to be. As this man right now is being lionized, as the actions of the state here are very peculiar, as of course, when you have him being walked out like this, when you have images like this that are going viral right now, you have comparisons to a lot of the things that we usually see in movies, not of villains, but heroes, folklore-like individuals, as I think the most important parallel of what we're seeing unfold here is, of course, directly between the story of the first Joker. Not the second one with Lady Gaga that was absolutely horrible, that I didn't even watch, that I don't want to watch. The first one that had all the critics ranting and raving about a society that turns a man mad and then is used as a larger vessel for the larger dissatisfaction of the general public. Where have I heard that story before? Oh yeah, it's the one you're being told right now. As the authorities and the media here are not doing us any favors, as they are deliberately, in my opinion, creating situations that is captivating the hearts and minds of millions of young Americans, as essentially they have just created and manifested a Johnny Depp bad boy character in real life that a lot of people are fanning over. As it's also very interesting that he decided to wear the Lee Harvey Oswald drip that the CIA plant and alleged JFK assassin wore when, of course, he was shot and taken out right before his court proceedings, as whether by coincidence or on purpose or just some kind of weird way of showing us that the intel agencies are involved here, we had Luigi literally dress up almost exactly like him. The pants are a little bit of a different color here, but almost everything else is identical, as Luigi entered the courtroom, yucked it up with a bunch of officials, and then pled not guilty to the very serious charges that he is facing, that it looks like that they are increasing, only creating a situation which more people are saying is just more unfair, as photos of him are now going viral all over social media. Saturday Night Live literally did an entire 5-minute introduction skit to its show where they joked about the internet's obsession with him and many people trying to fornicate with him, as he has now been moved to the MDC Brooklyn Federal Penitentiary, which also houses a lot of very high-profile prisoners, as of course he's going to be in prison with individuals like Sam Bankman-Fried and, let's not forget, P. Diddy, who's also in there. Another story filled with a lot of very weird coincidences and parallels with intel agencies that were probably involved here in a larger extortion operation, as now Sean P. Diddy Combs' lawyer joined the defense team for Luigi Mangione, as it's almost as if, one CIA plot controlled by them is being defended by similar assets, as of course, again, I find this just a little strange here, as the narrative of what we're seeing unfold here is very strange, as Luigi's lawyers are now arguing that the mayor of New York City is influencing the jurors and is now arguing that Luigi is being unjustly trialed because the mayor of New York City called him a terrorist. As the previous woke liberal mayor had this to say about this entire situation, which surprisingly I actually kind of agreed with.
We have to wake up to what's happening to our young people. 41% of those under the age of 30 believe that the shooting was justified. It's unacceptable.
This, as I think in the beginning of this entire case, we had a lot of astroturfing. We had a lot of fake anonymous accounts that I've experienced, that I've seen, literally setting up the groundwork, making this guy into a freaking hero. And it looks like a lot of people fell for that larger propaganda, as there is a larger emotional reaction to all of this, as he has fawning fans outside of the prison system literally cheering him on, as there's now memes, merchandise, and even religious-themed candles glorifying him, as other individuals have decided to take matters into their own hands and literally put up wanted posters of other CEOs all throughout New York City. There's also wanted playing cards that are being sold online right now that are being sold out. As this fixation on him, I don't think is coincidental, as there's even people calling his lawyer right now saying that they will be paying for his legal defense right now.
We had seen reports earlier that there was, people were inundating you with offers to help pay for his legal bills. Is that accurate?
I have received some emails. I have not seen them personally, but my understanding from my staff is people are doing that.
That people are reaching out to you and offering to help pay for his legal bills.
That's correct.
Yeah, no surprise there, as of course, what did you expect was going to happen here from the very beginning of this, as we were calling it out like we have been a lot of other government psyops, like the one that I'm wearing on my t-shirt right now that you could exclusively get on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. We have a lot of great holiday shirts available for you guys. We just started to expand our store into a lot of different types of merchandise, as we just released a calendar. We also have a cup. Everyone has a cup. And I was like, we don't have a cup. We have a lot of people coming in and out of our podcast show. And then I'm like, we always have these like weird cups. We go, we should have our own cup. We do now. We have the Atlas mug that you could buy officially on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. I know we don't, it's not like mug, whatever. It doesn't matter. You get the gist of it, as now we also have a calendar available for 2025, and it's the ultimate conspiracy calendar, where we specifically each month detail a conspiracy that unfolded that month and explain it to people. It's the perfect gift for normies. It's the perfect gift for NPCs. It's the perfect gift for you to have up in your home, in your office, in your studio, to be able to explain, hey, this month, this crazy government project was initiated and carried out on the general public, which you should know about. As history does tell a tale of so many horrible things that have happened beforehand that we deserve to understand and know about, so we don't repeat that history. We just released another new t-shirt that says, I used to believe in aliens before the government told me to, as we have a plethora of really awesome shirts and merchandise available only for you guys on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. Some of the shirts too spicy to even show you here on this broadcast, and if we did, this video would get taken down. That spicy content, that larger messaging that can't be censored out there to the general public, only available on thebestpoliticalshirts.com. Click the link down below, and of course, get yourself something, get your family something. This is the time to be giving. This is the time to let people know that this is your bigger truth here, that you're living in your fullest, truest, authentic self. Unlike all the propaganda that's being shoved down everyone's throat, as there's even some people in my life. We had an argument about this Luigi story yesterday that I thought was fascinating. Watch last night's podcast and you can see at the end, we got into it, and we should be getting into it, and we should be having these hard conversations, as it's more important than ever, as the outburst, the screaming, the emotions behind all of this truly is, I think, moving America in the wrong direction. As Freedom News.tv perfectly represented through, of course, their coverage of the rally yesterday, where a lot of people were supporting Luigi. And shouts out to Olia Scootercaster. Go check her out. Go follow her. She does great on-the-ground reporting from New York City with clips like this.
See, you hear that, K-Make? Everybody knows that you're next, okay? You're gonna arrest all of us, K-Make? You murderer? Trying to remove anesthesia.
As it's fair to say here, a lot of people are suffering, especially from a mental health crisis, as our medical institutions have failed us. Our insurance companies have failed us. Every step of the way, Big Pharma and a lot of the horrible bureaucrats that have taken advantage from this system have created a healthcare system that doesn't care about people's health, that has prioritized profit, that has prioritized money. And I do understand some of the criticisms of our system, but it doesn't equate your right to take innocent people's lives. As clearly as a country, we are not doing well mentally and physically. Obesity has gone up. Mental health issues have gone up dramatically, and they will continue to go up as, of course, we have a pretty sick society that I think some powerful people are playing up on, manipulating in order to spur on a larger kind of derailment of the Donald Trump administration and his agenda, especially when it comes to prioritizing businesses and enterprises and allowing them to actually grow and expand in this country. As the left is, of course, not willing to stand on any kind of principles, as they are against firearms, but somehow now are cheerleading someone using firearms as long as it's directed at their enemies, which is a hypocritical double standard that really shows you that these people are very susceptible to being manipulable, manipulated, and used as the perfect tool and battering ram for the intel agencies that, of course, could just manipulate them into anything that they want to manipulate them at a snap of a finger. As this entire story from the very beginning doesn't add up here. It doesn't make sense. You're telling me that someone who is wealthy, who is a valedictorian, who goes to the best schools, who has some of the most amazing opportunities provided to him, whose family is richer than the actual CEO that he took out, who's handsome, he has no arrest record, no mental health issues. He just disappears for 3 months away from his family and friends and then comes back out of nowhere and takes the life in a cold-blooded fashion of a father and then almost gets away with it, as he is found with the tool that he used to do his crime and a manifesto on him at a McDonald's, a manifesto that, of course, conveniently leaks out to the general public. Are you freaking kidding me? Right there. Something just doesn't add up here, specifically with his upbringing, who he was, and the larger kind of disappearance of 3 months. I would love to know what happened during those 3 months, because as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, absolutely Ted Kaczynski vibes here, who, again, was another MKUltra CIA mind control victim that later went on to terrorize other people following his stint after being mind controlled. Really makes you wonder what's kind of going on here. What do you think is the bigger conspiracy here? I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section below. As of course, if you agreed with my assessments and how sketchy this entire situation is, share this video with your friends and family members. It's more imperative than ever. We're not going to be doing a podcast tonight or tomorrow, but we will be returning Thursday and Friday with special shows just here, just for you guys, because we never take a break. We got a lot of incredible, important work to do, and that work is only possible because of you guys getting the t-shirts, supporting us as an independent media organization, and being here with us every step of the way. I love you guys. Don't fall for the psyops. Don't fall for the propaganda. Don't fall for the fear-mongering. Trust yourself. Do your own homework. Do your own research. And thank you so much for subscribing and watching here on youtube.com/wearechange. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys doing that. And this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more.